Hello everyone. We have been back at school, well, virtual school for about 3 weeks, so wanted to give you some feedback on how it went. So this is really based on our personal experience here, and I am a mom of twin girls in the first grade, so they don't know how to read and write. First, let me place it back into perspective. So we live in the greater Houston area in a school district that's actually very well known for its good schools. That's why a lot of families move here, just because of the public school system. So we've got about 80,000 students in that school district, not a small one. And we were given the option of virtual versus face-to-face, knowing that the first 3 weeks would be virtual for everybody. And after that, some students would go back to school, others would continue in the virtual academy. With an option to change choice after the first grading period. So given the environment, the COVID cases here in Houston, in the Houston area, we took the virtual option and started about 3 weeks ago, and we did not make it to the end. So let me share with you the why and how it went. We probably should have guessed, given this experience in the spring. After spring break, we never went back to school, and we discovered that our school district had no business continuity plan. So it went just to the ground, pretty much. And you could have imagined in a pretty nice school district, well known for its school, that invested over 80 million on a stadium a few years back, that they would have put some priority on business continuity, given we are on the Gulf Coast in an area that's subject to hurricane. And I mean, there are challenges here where we could have to stop school for a few weeks, not just because of COVID, and there was nothing. We were left with about 30 minutes a week of Zoom meeting with the teachers just to say hi. But it was the end of the school year. They were in kindergarten, and we just let it go, and we hope that the school district would have put their things together during the summer and developed a good learning plan for the kids at all levels. And that's not what happened. So let me share with you the schedule of the girls, and I think you will understand right away just by looking at that schedule. So this is the daily schedule of my first grader. So pretty much it is for a regular first grader, you have a first 10 minutes a day of welcome from the teacher, daily announcement. And then the class is split in smaller groups and about 15 minutes on reading, writing, and math. These 15 minutes are effective teaching of probably just 10, just time, for everybody to get started. Unmute, mute yourself, this doesn't work, and so on. It's been 10 minutes max. So that's what we have each day for a first grader. And all these, as you can see, are meetings, Zoom meetings with different numbers every time and different passwords. And that is for a first grader that doesn't know how to read and write. So who cannot enter a Zoom meeting by itself. And if there's a pop-up window, cannot read it. So they need constant assistance, and that is just for the Zoom meetings. Then you have the school apps, the Dreambox, and all this good stuff that go around it with different IDs, different passwords. All this for a first grader. So that's one, my first twin. The second one has some in-class support, special education, as she was a bit more delayed in some areas, which is wonderful that the school provides this service. But look at that, it's twice as many meetings, and all with different IDs and passwords. So how do you do when you are a working parent? I mean, you need to be pretty much full-time next to your kid just to log in into these Zoom meetings. And myself, I do have a full-time job, and I work a lot with Europe, meaning in the morning. So let's take an example of my usual 9 to 10 meeting that I have pretty much every day. So we start at 9 a.m. My first kid is still in a meeting, so we're good here. And that one just finished her writing meeting with her teacher. Good. So I start my meeting, 9 o'clock, I present, Oh, 9:05, sorry guys. I have to step out of the room. I need to log in my second twin for her writing special. hold on, I'll be back. 9:35. Oh, sorry again. I have to step out to log in my kid for reading group 1. I'll be back. 9:55. Oh, that is my second kid. Sorry, I need to step out again for my login. And that is just so 3 interruptions in a 1-hour meeting without the, Mommy, how do I unmute myself? Mommy, that doesn't work. I mean, I had one of my kids come crying the other day just because she didn't know how to end a Zoom meeting. I told her at the end, just close the computer, my love. If you don't find the right button, it doesn't work, just close the computer. But this is extremely frustrating for both the kids and the parents. I mean, this is just not workable for a first grader. It might work for a junior high, a high school student, sure. But here you're talking about small 6-year-olds who don't know how to read and write. Come on, school district. I mean, what is that? We need to have a full-time person next to them, so we might as well homeschool. And that is just one aspect of it. So in addition to that insane schedule, just imagine trying to get kids to read a book through a Zoom meeting. So the teacher is holding a book in front of her camera in a Zoom meeting, and the kid tries to have that on the little screen of the computer of the Zoom meeting, and they're trying to learn how to read. I mean, this is just not working. It's just impossible. So we tried it a bit. The first subject was about Paula and the pandemic. So I wasn't too happy about the kids. I mean, we just went through the pandemic, had to stay home, taught them how to wear a mask, and that's the first thing they do, talk about the pandemic. Oh, wow. And then the daily announcements were about going back to school, putting masks, social distancing, which is wonderful, probably for the kids who are going back to school. But we chose the virtual academy here for a reason, so that they don't have to handle all these back to school, mask and so on. So it's been very, very challenging, and for us, just not working. The kids would not learn. I would not be able to work. Extremely frustrating on each side, and very concerned about the education of our children. So after 10 days, we decided to just pull them out and homeschool. I mean, at the end, if you look at 3 times 10 minutes of teaching per day, it's 30 minutes, we can do it. I mean, we can do a lot more. And we can actually read a book face to face without a screen. So we're currently looking at all the homeschooling options, comparing programs. We have to do it pretty fast. I mean, we keep going, reading, writing, all the basics, but and being an engineer, I'm comfortable with math, but still, we want to have a good structured program. So we are comparing the options, and I will come back to you guys with what we chose and why we chose it. So very happy to hear your feedback. I hope you have better experience with your school district. And if you like this movie, please thumbs up, share, like, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.